antelope are one of my favorite animals to see. Nice antelope this morning. There was 4 of them that I could see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, 7. Hello everybody. Today we're heading up to Lake Crowley, which is a reservoir near Mammoth Lakes, California. It's 15 miles from Mammoth Lakes, California, located on Highway US 395. We're going to go over there today and see some amazing natural pillars. Look at these formations. Here's some of the smaller ones on the other side of the beach in the shade. They're still intriguing. Reminds me of some kind of city like Petra or something.
We are up by McGee Creek, west of Crowley Lake. Doug is going to point out where it is.
Nice scenic morning, just on the outskirts of Crowley Lake, the pine forest. You want to go for a short little walk, Kelly?
Sure.
It's pretty in here.
Very pretty.
Morning sunlight coming in from the trees. Interesting rock formation. Look at that.
Look at how these rocks are just naturally stacked up like this.
It's a really pleasant, cool temperature this morning. Not too cold, not hot. Interesting pine forest. You can see some of the peaks of the Sierra peeking through in the distance. That's looking east. That's a large tree that came down. Really interesting pine forest. Kelly and I are going to walk over to the overlook and see what we can see. Pine cones all over the ground. Watch out, Kelly, there's some cactus right in front of you.
Yep.
Looks like they bloomed this year, right?
Yeah, I think they may have. Looks like there's some old blooms on there.
Let's see what's over on the edge of the hill. It's kind of a mixture of volcanic rock and pine trees and sagebrush. Pine needles everywhere. Huh.
Look at all these pine cones. There's just layers of them from the years building up.
Quite a deep little canyon in there. Look at the stripes on that mountainside in the Sierra. So here's the dam. A little narrow road that goes across it. This is the Long Valley Dam. That's Lake Crowley right there. The lake was originally constructed as this reservoir for water storage, but also to help mitigate the effects of flooding. This dam was put here over the Owens River in 1941. It's 83 years ago that it was put here. We're at 37 degrees north, 118 degrees 44 west. There's the original little riverbed. On December 8th, 1891, John Crowley was born in Killarney County, Ireland, and he moved with his family, along with his 7 siblings, to Worcester, Massachusetts on the East Coast. 3 years later, when he was 14, his father died. And so little John had to help take care of his siblings and his mom at an early age, so he had a lot of responsibility. Later on in life, as he got older, he got a divinity degree and he became a Catholic priest in the Roman Catholic Church. Then he came out west into the area here, Mono and Inyo County areas of California, and the Owens Valley. And at that time, the Los Angeles Water Department was trying to get all the water rights, and it was displacing a lot of the people that lived around here that were doing farming. There's a lot of people that did farming, and it was displacing all these people. They're taking their water from their orchards. And so he tried to tell the people that, well, it's not that bad because we'll get some tourism here. And there is tourism here now. So he was kind of like a hopeful prophet, so to speak. And he's known as the Padre of the Sierra. And anyway, so John Crowley, he was very supportive of the community here. There was about 600 Roman Catholics in the area at that time. And so he was trying to have them look on the bright side of things. Unfortunately, he was killed, I believe, at the age of 48, I believe. And he was involved in a traffic accident in Kern County, California. A deer ran out in front of him and hit the vehicle he was driving. And then it caused the car that he was in to go across the center line and hit a semi-truck. And the semi-truck killed him instantly on Highway 14. But that was the Padre of the Sierra. And that's who the reservoir, Crowley Reservoir, is named after the Padre of the Sierra, John Crowley. So these are not lupin, but they're the color of a certain type of lupin that was named in honor of John Crowley in 1945. And that's the Lupin Padre Crowleyi. It's a narrow one-lane road past the dam. You can see the Sierra up against the lake. It's a Sunday on Labor Day weekend, so we knew it was going to be a little bit popular, a little bit more traffic than normal. We're going to walk along this road. It's a little bit rough for her highway car, but we need the exercise anyway. We came through these dips like this, so I wouldn't recommend it for a lower clearance highway vehicle. You can see how the road gets a little bit rough. If you got a good four-wheel drive, it's no problem. And Kelly could probably do it, but we don't want to take the risk of her damaging her vehicle or getting stuck. You can see how it looks. It's got some pretty big ruts in it. And we need the exercise anyway, so it's fine. There's a good view of the marina. There's a white pelican in Crowley Lake. And in the distance is Boundary Peak. That's the state of Nevada, Boundary Peak, that side. This is the California side, Crowley Lake Marina. There's a smaller inlet of the lake. Now the dam is just to the left down here. around that hill. Jeep handles this road really well. We're just walking along the road. I want to call it a Jeep road now that I've seen it pretty much takes a Jeep. You can see the pillars from here, right along the lake. Keep in mind there's more boats and more people out here than any other day of the year. It's the Labor Day weekend. We're right in the middle of it, Sunday. Tomorrow is also a holiday. We've noticed a lot of people came out from the cities in California to see this, and I don't blame them. Beautiful. Here's a little pan of the skyline, the view. I guess skyline is more proper for a urban landscape, but here's the view. I tried to convince Kelly to take her swimsuit out of the car, but she forgot it. But I've got mine on underneath my jeans, and I definitely am going to try to check out that beach down there. Looks very inviting. There's another set of pillars looking west towards Highway 395, right in that cove. It's smaller, but you can see it's not very popular, so that'd be an interesting one to take a look at. There's the lake, Lake Crowley. The lake view is opening up a little bit more closer we get to the pillars. You can see the beautiful view and the nice little secluded beach. Look at that. I can't wait to go swimming. A little bit of smoke in the distance. There's a fire somewhere where the smoke is blowing in the distance. That's pretty neat. I like those. Here's the beach. Really nice. Pleasant. Not too hot, not windy. Let's see how the water looks. Looks a little bit green, like there might be some algae in it. Some fishermen out there. The water looks a little bit green, like it's got some algae in it, don't you think? Yeah. I might look for a spot maybe where the... Oh yeah, look at the little fish in there.
Yeah. They look like algae too. But
small. There's the bank and the cliff. It's more like a hard sandstone, almost like a hard mud. You can see where some of them are, looks like that's starting to form. The cliffs appear to be very erosion prone. It's kind of like a hard mud, almost like a concrete, a conglomerate with stones in it, but it's fairly soft. It's not like it's solid granite. That little boat just dropped anchor. There's another little cove a little bit farther around the bend. You can get an idea of how big the pillars are with the people standing in front of them. There's Kelly walking along the shoreline. To the right. Goes a drone. There are the pillars up close. Even on the top, they're on the top. See that? And they come down. Interesting. There seems to be some other people at that other beach in the adjacent cove in the distance. I'll zoom in on it. There are the pillars right there. You can really see them now. Let's go inside in a minute and take a look in the interior and see what they look like. But they're right by the lake. Just amazing. Let's go take a look. Right inside there. There we go. Goes way in the back. Keeps going. Keeps going. A narrow passageway. And go from inside to outside. Here we go. There we go. Kelly's found a good spot in the shade by this little grotto here. Is it comfortable?
It's nice and cool here.
In the shade.
Yeah, you have a tendency to want to sit here and look out. It's pretty cool.
Right. I'm not sure if I want to go swimming, Kelly. There's just kind of some algae in there. I might if I find a little spot where it's halfway
Or you can
clean.
get away from the green.
It just looks like the kind of water you don't want to get in your mouth because you probably get sick. It's probably got some bacteria in it, you know.
Yeah,
it kind of looks like that big where's that big lock in Ireland that got polluted and it's all green and you can get sick. It's got a lot of algae bloom in there. It's a real nice beach though, isn't it, Kelly?
It's beautiful. You
Yeah.
want to stay all day. You really do.
Yeah, especially in the shade like where we're sitting right
Yeah.
now. Very nice, very pleasant. And it is popular today because it's a big holiday weekend, probably the busiest holiday weekend of the whole year. You can see the size of these pillars with some of the people walking by it.
Doug decided to try it anyway, even with a little bit of this green algae.
I'm gonna see if it clears up a little bit farther out. It's a little bit cleaner.
Not too bad, huh?
The farther you get out, the cleaner it gets. The water's got a little bit of green algae to it. Other than that, it's a nice, comfortable temperature.